Lou Malnati's Pizza is a staple of Chicago cuisine. Their restaurant in the Lawndale community was started to help the local economy. We talked with Lou Malnati's Chief Operating Officer, Jim D'Angelo, about the motivation behind establishing this store. Tell us about the building behind us.
So the building behind us is a Lou Malnati's Pizzeria. We opened it up around 20 years ago, and it was a local grocery store beforehand, and there's a great story behind how that.
Tell us about that story.
Yeah, so our owners, Mark and Rick Malnati, had met Coach, who's the pastor here at Lawndale Community Church, and they had a crazy idea that we should open a pizzeria here in Lawndale because there were no sit-down restaurants at the time. And the concept or the idea behind it was it's a great opportunity to bring back economic revival to the neighborhood, create jobs, create a place for the community to go and sit down and have pizza. And it really was a great idea, and but it had its challenges along the way and didn't quite go the way we thought it was going to go initially.
How has it gone differently than what you thought it would go?
We had to kind of find a new purpose. We've really partnered with the church around creating a work program for men who are trying to get their lives back together.
So that's who you hire?
Some were either incarcerated, some were living on the streets, some were getting off of drugs, and decided they were going to turn their lives around. They became part of the program. And part of the program, along with rehab, was to start to work on their work skills also.
So has that been challenging, rewarding? What?
Mostly rewarding. It's had its disappointments. It's funny, I'd say, I'd say my heart got broken a few times in the first time because I kind of hadn't been exposed to that. And so to see somebody rise and do well and then fall was hard, and I would say took it personal in a sense.
Sure.
And I came to, when we opened, I came thinking I was going to give and give and give and help. And it's amazing. I'm not amazed by it anymore, but how often I've been the recipient or the receiver more than I've been the giver. I was not saved at the time when I came.
Wow.
And
is that right? Came to Christ during
Christ during this, and this was a big part of it, amongst other things, but this was a big part.
Wow.
That is awesome.
And one of the guys invited me to come to Bible study, and I said no for about 10 offers, down the road. I was the suburban white kid, came to this neighborhood, played basketball on Monday and did a Bible study, and I came for 3 straight years and came to Christ through the process. So,
Praise God.
That's amazing.
encouraging.
What a testimony.
So, and what a gift. Like I said, you come to a neighborhood that needs economic revival, and God works in such mysterious ways that it's been the greatest gift back to me and my family.
I love that.
Has possibly your change of heart changed how you view the community?
I can't see myself not being a part of this, even though my roles changed over the 20 years we've been open. Is there's something about like allowing people, or I don't say allowing, but treating people with dignity. Everybody deserves to be treated with dignity, which I think is a very Christ-like principle. And I could connect with guys even though I was intimidated or foreign to the environment, and it came back to me. And so that's where we had connection, even with gentlemen who'd been incarcerated or, we'd lived very different lives, but what I got to see was how very similar we were in a lot of ways too.
How has this area improved since you opened the store?
So there's so many things as you look and you come up and down, and the neighborhood just looks different. It looks like it's revived too. So,
you guys were kind of the genesis of that, weren't you? The forerunner.
We were part of it.
Blazed a trail.
And it took some faith. Honestly. We wound up changing people's lives. Whitney Young, when they won the state championship, had a place to come in their neighborhood and celebrate. Never had a place to come and celebrate before. Kids celebrating birthday parties in their neighborhood, kind of things. So, giving jobs to people, and Again, not that those didn't have their bumps along the way. Of course they did, and not everybody was a success, quote unquote success story. And the financial model is not a success story, but it's a success. It's a success in the way it's touched lives and changed lives, myself included, obviously.
I love that.
So thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's encouraging.
And I understand before we leave, I get to enjoy a delicious pizza that I will not forget.
It's unforgettable. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's dive.
Thanks for watching. So glad you joined us today for part 2 of our tour. And Doc, so appreciative of all that you're doing, and thank you for taking us on this tour. You know, some people may feel moved to move into the city of Chicago, but others may not. What can we do? How do we get started?
Yeah, I would say 2 things. Pray and get a copy of the prayer guide, get it through Moody Publishers, and just simply say, God, change my heart as I start praying into the needs of Chicago. Another thing, though, is you can partner with churches, ministries that are already serving the needs. The ones that we just saw on the tour. And find ways to be more aware, to volunteer, to bring a youth group, to show up.
One step toward the city could
Exactly.
be from your very living room.
So true.
Join us next week when our ministry tour of Chicago's dynamic neighborhoods continues. Connect with us at Faith Chicago. Email us, call us with your prayer needs, and check us out on Facebook. We'll see you again this time next week on Faith Chicago.